Yo, ever wonder why a lion never forgets a fight? That one enemy, yeah, that's the one. While we humans might sulk in silence or scroll TikTok to cope, out here in the wild, forgetting isn't an option. A stolen pride, a lost battle, it's like a tattoo on their memory. And guess what? Humans aren't that different. That grudge you're holding, that anger you can't shake, maybe it's not weakness. Maybe it's survival instinct kicking in, straight from the wild. Stick around, cause today we're diving into why lions hold grudges, and what it tells us about our own messy human hearts. Lions. The kings of the savannah. Apex predators that aren't just big, they've got a social structure that's sharp and complex. If you think they just chase prey and nap all day, think again. These creatures are like tiny empires on four legs, mini kingdoms where every member has a role to play. In the heart of the pride, there's the dominant male, guarding the territory and the family. He's not just flexing for show. Every move he makes can determine the pride's survival. The females? They're the main hunters, the mastermind behind every hunting strategy. And the cubs? They're the future of the empire. Everyone has a role. Everyone depends on each other. Life in the savannah isn't easy. There are rival lions, other predators, even humans. That's why their protective and aggressive instincts are no joke. Anyone who threatens their territory or harms pride members faces serious consequences. It might look brutal, but it's all about survival. Here's the fascinating part: lions aren't purely instinctive. They've got an impressive social memory. They remember friends, foes, and even events from months ago. Yup, they can hold a grudge against rivals who've wronged them or their pride. And this isn't just raw emotion, it's part of their survival strategy. If you watch closely, pride interactions are full of subtle codes. Small rituals, gestures, even glances convey important messages, from who eats first, who approaches whom, to who counts as a threat. Nothing is random. Everything is structured. So, before we dive into the grudge side of lions, it's crucial to understand their world. A world where every move, every choice, and every memory matters, not just for hunting or resting, but for protecting what they consider family. Lions aren't just big, scary cats. They're apex predators, guardians of many kingdoms, and creatures that remember grudges just like us. And trust me, that's gonna make you even more curious about what it reveals about human grudges. In the wild, lions don't just fight, they remember. That rival who once stole their pride, that lost battle, it sticks. And it's not mindless aggression. For lions, grudges are survival tools. When a new male takes over a pride, he often kills the cubs of the former leader to secure his own legacy. And the ousted lions? They don't just wander off, they remember who wronged them. Lions have remarkable social memory. They can recognize individuals from other prides and track past encounters. This memory shapes their behavior. A lion won't attack randomly, it chooses the moment, the target, with precision. Revenge in the wild isn't impulsive, it's calculated. A lion that was driven out might disappear for months, return stronger, and reclaim what's theirs or punish the rival that crossed them. This grudge holding isn't just brute force, it's strategy. Each roar, each stare, each slow approach carries a message: I remember, and I won't forget. There's timing, patience, and social intelligence at play. Every action is based on past experiences, a living record of who posed threats and who can be trusted. Even the subtler interactions among lions show this. A male might hesitate near a rival's scent, a female might protect cubs more fiercely after a past attack, an entire pride dynamic shift based on memory. Grudges shape alliances, hunting strategies, and survival chances. Humans aren't that different. Holding a grudge often stems from remembering harm, protecting oneself, or safeguarding loved ones. Lions show that revenge, or more broadly, remembering wrongs, isn't just emotional, it's adaptive. Forgetting can be dangerous. In the savannah, as in human life, memory can be a matter of life and death. So next time you think holding on to anger is just a human flaw, think again. Lions have been practicing the art of grudges for thousands of years. Forgetting isn't optional in their world, and maybe, just maybe, that's why grudges are part of survival across species. So, how do lions actually remember all this stuff? Is it just instinct, or is there something deeper going on? Turns out, science gives us a fascinating peek behind the mane. Lions, and many other social animals, have what researchers call social memory. It's the ability to remember individuals, past interactions, and the outcomes of conflicts. In other words, they don't just see a rival, they remember who that rival is, what they did, and what could happen next. Neuroscience tells us that memory in animals isn't so different from ours. While their brains aren't as complex as humans, the hippocampus, the region responsible for spatial and social memory, is highly developed in lions. This allows them to track territories, recognize faces of other lions, and recall past encounters, even months later. It's why a lion that lost a pride once can return strategically, not randomly, to challenge the same rival. Behavioral studies back this up. Observations in African reserves show that lions remember individual opponents from previous disputes. Cubs learn quickly who in the pride is dominant, and females recall past hunters who succeeded or failed. Even subtle cues, like scent marks or vocalizations, trigger memory-based reactions. That growl you hear? It's not just noise, it's a reminder, I know you. I remember. And here's where it gets really interesting, these grudges serve a survival purpose. By remembering who's dangerous, lions minimize risky encounters and increase their chances of maintaining pride and territory. Forgetting could be lethal. From an evolutionary standpoint, grudges are adaptive, not emotional baggage, they're a life or death strategy. Humans, of course, are wired a bit differently, but the parallels are striking. Holding on to anger or resentment often stems from remembering harm, protecting oneself, or safeguarding loved ones. Our brains also encode social conflicts, reputations, and threats. In both species, grudges aren't about being petty, they're about survival and social order. So next time you find yourself stewing over someone who wronged you, remember, your brain is basically channeling its inner lion. It's not weakness, it's biology. And in the wild, grudges aren't just tolerated, they're respected. They shape relationships, survival strategies, and even the future of entire prides. Lions teach us that memory, grudges, and strategy are inseparable, and maybe, just maybe, we have more in common with the king of the savannah than we think. So we've seen it, lions hold grudges, they remember rivalries, and they strategize their revenge with chilling precision. But what does this tell us about us, humans? Surprisingly, a lot. Humans are social animals too. Our brains are wired to remember who hurt us, who betrayed us, and who supports us. It's not just ego or pettiness, it's survival. Psychologists call this social memory and threat assessment. Just like lions, remembering past harm helps us avoid danger, protect our loved ones, and navigate complex social landscapes. Think about it, ever been burned by a coworker, a friend, or even a family member? Chances are, that memory shapes how you act around them. Maybe you avoid them, maybe you confront them, or maybe you wait for the right moment to respond. That's basically a human version of a lion's strategic grudge. The difference is, we have a choice. Unlike lions, we can decide whether to act, or whether to let it go. And that's where psychology gets fascinating. Holding a grudge isn't inherently bad. Studies show that remembering past conflicts can improve decision-making, enhance social awareness, and even protect our mental well-being in certain contexts. But there's a tipping point. When grudges linger too long, they can fuel stress, anxiety, and resentment. It's a biological and psychological balancing act, knowing when to remember, when to act, and when to forgive. Lions don't have that choice. Memory is memory, and action is survival. Humans? We can learn from them. Nature shows us that grudges are normal, even adaptive, but we can temper them with reflection, empathy, and understanding. Forgiveness becomes a conscious act, not just a forced behavior. So next time you feel anger creeping in, consider this: your brain is basically doing its best lion thing. It's remembering, assessing, and protecting. The difference? You can pause, think, and maybe choose a wiser path. In essence, lions show us the raw, unfiltered truth about grudges, and humans get to write the story ourselves, choosing when to roar, when to fight, and when to finally let it go. So we've seen the wild truth: lions don't forgive. Their grudges are survival, etched into memory, and sharpened by instinct. Humans, on the other hand, have something lions don't: choice. We can hold grudges, sure, but we can also forgive. And that's where the magic happens. Forgiveness isn't weakness. Psychologists say letting go of anger actually benefits your mental and physical health. It reduces stress, improves relationships, and even boosts emotional resilience. It's like upgrading your brain from instinct mode to strategy mode. You're still aware, still remembering, but now you're in control. Look at lions. They teach us that grudges are natural. They show us the power of memory and strategy. But unlike them, humans can pause and decide. That coworker who hurt you, that friend who betrayed you, your brain wants to react. That's biology. But your heart? That's where wisdom kicks in. Choosing forgiveness doesn't erase the memory, it just frees you from letting it control your life. It's not easy. Forgiveness takes courage. It's a conscious act, a decision to break the cycle of resentment. And maybe that's the biggest lesson nature can teach us: memory and. So here's the takeaway: grudges, revenge, remembering wrongs, they're part of life, part of survival, part of who we are. Lions remind us that memory is powerful, and instincts are sharp. But humans? We get to write our own ending. We can roar, strategize, or we can forgive. Next time anger creeps in, think like a lion, but act like a human. Remember, reflect, and maybe let go. That choice, that control, is uniquely ours. And hey, if you found this journey into the wild and the human mind interesting, make sure to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment about your own grudges versus forgiveness moments, and ring the bell to catch more stories where nature and psychology collide. Remember, grudges are natural, survival is natural, but understanding them, that's wisdom.